big antennas going up. Yeah, it's like you're supposed to be using this. The claircogs are supposed to lead you. You're going to feel the nudge. You're going to feel inspired, and it's going to ring true. It's going to feel very, very true. It's resoundingly so. Now, this is the Star Tarot. I love this deck. I have 3 of this. I love it. It's got excellent guidebook, but the picture is just really, really great. I use this one a lot of times when it's like trying to get messages from the other side, that kind of thing. This one, beautiful. You've got the world here. Your antenna is up. You've completed a cycle and you're ready to open up to this next new one. This always precedes the Fool. You've asked the question. You've completed where you've needed to be before. Now the clairs are coming online. Bing, bing, bing. Coming online. Bing, bing, bing. Queen of Wands. Again, the scepter, the antenna, standing in your power, standing in your glory, understanding, being approachable. Let spirit enter in. Let it approach you in whatever way it does. Pay attention to your chakras as you're moving forward. Pay attention to how it comes up through here. Pay attention to when you're expressive or when you're blocked. Pay attention to right here, solar plexus and heart chakra. Really, really important. Pay attention to when things tighten or not through there. When you're feeling tightening or not, the sense of constriction or not. If you're feeling tight about a thing, you're approaching it wrong. Get grounded, settle down, get grounded. Get under where it is, under the tree. Tap in, tap in. It's the antenna taps in. The Hermit's lesson comes for you under trees. You're not going to go up into the Swiss Alps. You're not going to go out in the cold. You just need to go and get near a stupid tree. Sorry, trees, but that's when it needs to happen. You're not out in the cold. You don't have to do the Hermit lesson in that way. It's a different thing for you.
What's my cue when they want me to read?
I don't know on that. We're looking at the question you asked me here. We'll get another deck in a minute. Let me look a little further. Now, this is something that you need to do, work that is of a waxing and waning nature. I'm getting the waxing and waning nature, and then the subtle change on the web. I'm getting Grandma Spider type thing. The subtle change of the wax and wane of the moon. Pay attention to what it is. So if you're asking on the night of the full moon, what is it I need to learn, then leave that, study that for the next month to the next full moon, but pay attention to the wax and wane of that lesson as it's going forward. This is going into September time. All through the summer, you're learning, having it come forward. More illumination, more growth, more expansion, following this light a little bit better, following your own divine spark a little bit better. Now, this is the Pentacles. This is, 10 of Pentacles to me is like harvest time. It's not just to do with Octobers and all of that, but it is harvest time. This is coming a little bit early for you. This is closer to summer energy. This is still referencing to me. You're going to have some of this harvest time in the September energy. Spirit guide and meditation. There's something that needs to come through for you. What am I getting this on? This is something to do with the elementals. This is something to do with the elemental spirit guide meditation, and it might be even Fae. We'll look at that. We've got the King of Pentacles. Again, getting to where the tree is and getting it grounded gets you the sense of the whole world. I don't know what that's about, but that's where it needs to be. That's where things get really, really honored for you. If there's somewhere that is even like, say you're driving along and you're on a street and there's all this old growth, mature growth trees, and they're all arched over there. If you can't get out and get on somebody else's property for that tree, okay, but you could pull over, open the windows, and connect that way. Wherever there is trees, there's a way for you to touch in. There's a lot of trees on the planet. You'll know the ones that stand out to you. You'll know the ones.
Do they want me to use mediumship?
They want you to use your claircognizance and clairknowing for right now. I wouldn't say mediumship isn't something you should do, but I wouldn't say it's something to pressure yourself to do. They want you to learn to tune in and follow the nudge a little bit more. They want you to understand start working with the spirit guide a little bit more. Prince of Swords comes through here. Let me get a second deck and then we'll get the... Did I move that over there? No, I want this one. Let's see what this does. Give me just a second. They want you to be making a decision about one, not too scattered all at once. I don't say don't use mediumship. I say you need some seasoning time on understanding how the spirit guides are going to nudge you first before you step into that. And it's not saying you can't. We all can do any of these things. We all have spiritual gifts. And whichever ones are our go-tos, our first go-tos, might look a little different than somebody else's. And it might be something we're a little bit more shy about. Like I would have never thought I'd be reading chicken bones or doing light language or doing some of the things that I'm doing. However, tarot is a great way to tune into that and start recognizing what the spirit guide is trying to tell you. Your spirit guide is trying to tell you be discerning and make a decision. Choose one of the swords first, then the other one comes into play. It feels like mediumship is something that you can do, but getting to know your spirit guide first might be a way that for you feels more comfortable to nudge yourself in there, to ease yourself in there. This feels like spirit guide of a male variety. That doesn't feel like a girl. It feels like a spirit guide of a male variety. It feels like that over here too. Feels like that over here too. And I don't know that it's necessarily an archangel, but I don't know that it's not. It doesn't feel archangel. It feels like we all have archangels, but this is more of your team for right now. It just feels like it's part of your team right now. It feels a little bit more like something that feels like more mythic. Feels more mythic, like some feels mythic.
That's new. It's been my great-grandmother.
Yeah, no, this is not your great-grandmother. All I'm getting is something, this is what I'm getting for the reference, and I don't know why I'm getting this. I'm getting something that's referenced to Greek, something that's referenced to Adonis, or one of those types of Greek gods, something also that has the sun spiraling. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know why, and that's coming through, and he's blonde, he looks Scandinavian, but I don't know what in the myth or legend, but one of those is there. I don't, maybe it's to do with Orion. I'm not sure. You're going to have to do some homework on this one. I'm not sure.
I should put question mark?
Yeah, I'd do some homework on that. That's like, it feels like homework. It feels like this masculine energy is trying to be there and show up and be there. This is a spirit guide that's specially tasked for this. It's like, go ahead, let the birds fly. Let them in, let them in, let them in. Open up to receiving this. It's an important gift. If you want the spiritual gift, open up to receiving it. See around the obstacles of who you think is on assignment or on task for you, because they might not be on task right now. Spirit guides that come in might not be who you know in this realm of life at all.
But Chiron?
I have no idea. No idea. I don't know what that name is or who that would be. You know. So give yourself some time with this. Go into meditation. Go see where it takes you. There's something about the pillars coming through.
Oh, Chiron, sorry.
No, it's not Chiron.
Chiron.
Just 1 second, sweetie. I'm looking for a certain deck. Guys, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry. Takes me a little bit. It's not. Right here. Yeah, he wasn't kidding. I do have a lot of decks. All right, I think we got it though.
I moved near Mount Shasta. Now I'm thinking Lemurian. Was it that
Could
one,
be.
right?
Could be.
Okay.
Could be. Miriam wouldn't surprise me one bit. Okay. Let's look. We're going to go in here and see if we've got a message coming through on the fairies deck for you. Believe in your own divinity. There is discovery along the way. You're going to have purple and pink chakra opening up right here. This is, again, the claircogs coming through. Big, 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 big. Get grounded. Get around the green. Get around the trees. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Don't let monkey mind take over. It doesn't have to be super, super difficult. It does not have to be that way. So be mindful of this. This is very old fairy. The oldest fairy. This is getting around the green, getting around the ivy, getting around the trees, all of this. This is one of the old fairies. This is why getting around the mature trees is smart, because this guy will be back and forth around there. This guy is the same as that other guy. It's wild. He won't show up like this to you. He'll show up more like this to you. Will you show her the difference? But he's been around for a long time. This one has been around for a long time. What a trip. What a trip. And then the Beyond Lemuria cards. Let's look there since you asked. We're going to look real quick in the Lemurian. The Lemurian and the fairies and the mermaids all connected in a big way. Getting to and around Shasta, very, very good to do. If you actually live there, excellent. You'll know the certain sacred spaces that you need to be at. You'll hear, your claircogs will go off, but your clairaudience will go off too, and you'll hear, almost like chimes in the wind, you'll hear. Life force energy coming through. And surrender. Don't try and fight it. Try and receive it. That's what I'm getting. So you don't have to be doing backflips over this or creating trouble. Just allow it to come through. Open up the antenna big, big, big. Allow it to come through. Don't make it more trouble than it has to be. Allow it to come through. Surrender. Yeah, that's what I've got. That feels complete.
I've always been into Greek mythology and unicorns, mermaids and fairies and nature animals.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're on track. So let what comes through come through. Don't judge it. Don't make it have to be a certain way or look a certain way or have a certain name. Just understand that that's what's coming through. That's what I've got for you. And sometimes it'll come through really strong and you don't have to even know a name. If you need to give it a temporary name, give it a temporary name. Whatever. You'll know when it comes through and you're starting to open up. Let it unfold at its own place, its own pace. You don't pry open the rose. It unfolds, okay? All right. That's good. That's complete.